Hello and welcome back to the Cancelled podcast.
Woo!
Brooke just said that a guy with a girlfriend is ghosting her, and by ghosting, you mean?
Well, I've just never spoken to him before, but I feel like he should be speaking to me. You think?
Today's podcast, I'm so excited for. I feel like we have a lot to talk about.
Me too. I feel like we're like randomly in a new season right now.
I know, it feels like
It's
fall
fall.
weirdly. It really does. It's so nice out. The
It
birds
doesn't
are
look
chirping.
like fall, but it feels like fall.
Fall makes me weirdly positive. It's my
I
favorite season.
Love fall. It's my favorite season too, and I'm trying to get a boyfriend just in time. I only have like a month to do it.
It's so cuffing season, I know. And I'm trying so hard also to like be someone and like attract someone good, like be someone good that attracts someone good. And I'm just like,
Okay, but can I tell you something
Striking
I
out.
just saw?
What?
I saw a TikTok of this girl saying like, she was explaining why like, or she was saying how everybody's like sick of this like 3-month situationship and like having to do a trial and error period like over and over again for like 3 months at a time. And then they were like, well, how are you contributing to that? Like, are you presenting as something you're not? And then like it fails because it's like you couldn't keep up with being like this imaginary person. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Because right now I'm a horse girl.
You are being. Can we actually just start with that? I was gonna start with the Jojo Trisha ship, but we'll get into that. Your love life is so funny right now, and I feel like she's not gonna be able to give all of the details.
I can't give all the details because I'm not done with it yet.
Yeah, but they will prevail, and I just can't wait. What will you say?
I don't know. So, well, I'm like talking to this guy, kind of.
Okay.
Context: he is a man that I have been in love with since I was literally 13.
Which is always just special. Like there's something about being with someone.
And
you
I
like.
had very few people, but I've always been like the same way I do now, where I like just get so obsessed with people. I've always been like that, but like before it used to be like literal characters or like celebrities, like. And so I was obsessed with this guy. I don't want to say what he does, but he like just imagine me being like so in love with him as like the 13, 14-year-old. Like I thought I was gonna marry this man. Okay?
And now you were
Cut
talking.
to 10 years later.
I met him last night for the first time.
Yeah.
I like this journey for you. I don't think you're going to end up with this man.
I don't either. It sucks because it's like, I want, like in my head, I'm like, God, like that would just be like so full circle and amazing. But like, I'm seeing the signs, and like historically I've ignored the signs.
Yeah.
And usually I would just be like, oh, no biggie. But like, I don't want to go through another 3-month situationship. He got out of a very serious relationship, like alarmingly recently, like and I didn't even realize how recent it actually was until yesterday. He told me, and I go, wait, there's just no way.
Let's just say in a couple days he was supposed to have a really big special event, and you guys can put together, what that may be.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I just had a situation. I talked about it on the podcast, but that guy who essentially called me a whore, the guy who I was talking to like a couple months ago or like a month ago or whatever, he had also just gotten out of a serious relationship, and he swore it was like over, done with, whatever. And then that's what happened. Spoiler alert, he got back with his ex-girlfriend. I swore I wasn't going to get into a situation like that again. I'm like, listen, I'm avoiding anyone who just got out of a serious relationship.
It's hard though when you go on a date and you sit down with someone who's seemingly single. If you get along, it's like you want to believe
And
that
I didn't
they
do
are
the proper like we had set the date before I had realized like that there was a girl in the picture at all, and and then I was like, but I have to do it for my younger self. And
you
like,
do. I agree with that
100%. He looks exactly the same, just like honestly hotter, like manlier, like he's so hot, so smart, like,
Yeah, you woke up today to him reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
So if Brooke's reading the newspaper
that's an example
this week,
of a sign that I would usually like I'm trying to do him a favor too. Like I know that man is not going to end up with somebody like me. If I open my phone in the morning and it's TikTok, and he opens the phone in the morning and it's
I completely
New York
disagree.
Times.
Don't sell yourself short. Like you're amazing, and I've met him, and I think you're like in a lot of ways you are kind of out of his league, but you're fulfilling your.
No,
Maybe I'm wrong.
I brought him to the JP Sachs like performance last night, and how horrible of an idea was that for somebody who just got out of a serious relationship?
I want to just like talk. Can I just tell you about my perspective very quickly? It was the funniest night of my life last night. Our friend JP Sachs, he is a singer. He makes amazing sad music. He just dropped an album called Gray Area. Go stream it. I've been literally crying to it.
It's so
And
good.
last night he had an event where he kind of like played the album and talked about it at the Grammy Museum. And I don't know why I thought, like, for some reason I was just like, oh yeah, it's at the Grammy Museum. And I got there and I was like, oh, I should not be here. Yeah. Like, I don't know why. And it's funny because everyone else was very music industry, like normal, like suits, you know? And then it was just like all of us, like that he invited because he loves us, and it was super sweet. But Brooke brought a date, and it was this man. And JP's entire album is about going through a very serious breakup of a 3-year relationship. And he was just talking about it all and watching Brooke sit there with this guy
who, like, I didn't realize how much of the album was about that.
Yeah.
And had I known like what the songs and the lyrics and stuff were going to be, I probably would not have brought, like, I was like, am I making him think of this woman? Like, and and we were laughing about it. Like I'd hear a lyric and we'd just like burst out laughing because it's like, he knows I know. And like,
yeah. And it was just completely funny, and he was like a great sport about it, and it was like super like sweet and funny. It was just funny for us, like your friends, to like watch you on this date.
I also didn't know any of my friends were coming, so JP invited me, and I was like, oh, this would be such a good thing to bring a date to. Not thinking like this is a guy I've like barely even hung out with at all, so it's not like I want him to meet all my friends right now. But
it was
like,
such a flex date.
It turned out being like every one of my best friends was there, and I just had to be like, yeah, so this is a guy that I've literally hung out with like twice.
It was great for me to be the friend. But you are this, I just want to get into what you woke up to this morning so bad.
It wasn't this morning, it was last night. It was last night. No, I don't think I want to say.
Please. It's so canceled coded. Like if you don't talk about this. I
don't want him to like think I'm like mean. It's not, it was not that bad, but
how about I say it? So that if he ever sees a clip, and I met him last night, I'll just talk directly to him.
No, you are not talk directly to him.
No. Seriously. It was so nice to meet you. And like, I think you're great. And you know, like, I think we'll get along. We got along. We're going to be great friends. So just know that this is all in good fun. And my friend Brooke is so much nicer than I, and I just hate men way more than her.
He played guitar at me. And he was good. That was an important detail. He was good. If he were bad, I would have had to say something.
And it's crazy because textbook, like, it is romantic. It
is. Honestly, last year at this same time, like, well, my ex, he's a
musician, doesn't count.
He would play guitar at me, and I was like, oh, this is so romantic. I love it.
Doesn't count.
It's something about him not being a musician and playing guitar at me.
Here's what I'll say. Confidence. He's bold for sure.
And he was good. Like, it wasn't even bad. There's no reason that I should have this as an ick. Honestly, if I hadn't seen the Barbie movie, I would have not even thought of anything of it. But when I realized how often, like, guys really have, like, played guitar at me, I'm like, why do they do that?
It's always at you. Like, it's
at
never
me.
like...
I didn't ask for that. And it's like, I was enjoying it. It was like, okay. Like,
I've been talking about this a lot lately. Like, a lot. So I'll, like, keep it short. But I feel like societally, I hate to defend a man. I hate that I'm even like saying any of this right now, but in my opinion, us as women have taken the ick too far. Like, I saw this TikTok where this girl was like, my biggest ick is when a guy goes and gets a frappuccino, and it's like, as a man, why are you leaving with a frappuccino? And it's
like maybe he wants a fucking vanilla bean frap.
Like, I had some empathy there. Like, as a man, it's like, damn, bitch, I wanted a caramel frap.
You can't do anything.
And
I know.
Like,
have you seen that TikTok of like somebody who adds to their list every time, and it'll be like fucking 362, and it's like, do not drink Starbucks.
Yeah, like, it's so, we've taken it way too far. And it's like, I know I've been with a man and like picked a vagina wedgie.
Yeah.
And here I am saying you can't get a frappuccino.
That's the thing. What did I do? Like, what is he telling his friends this morning that I did that was an ick for him? You know what I mean? Like, did I play guitar at him like in some other way? You know what I mean? Like, what did I do that he's like, oh no, I can't, this is not okay.
A guy last night told me that one of his biggest icks is seeing a girl on an elliptical.
I would never do such a thing. That's an ick for me too. I don't even want to see myself on an elliptical.
Yeah, it's the arms of it all. It's just kind of crazy. He said that's
sometimes
only for older women.
I get like, like caught up. Like I don't really get.
That's what I mean. Like it's like moving you. Like you're like it's giving Gumby. Like it's just too. 100%. So it's like it goes.
No,
it goes both ways.
Honestly, who knows? I haven't spent enough time with him to figure out if I like him. Like I could be like completely wrong about him, but he also told me that Oppenheimer was poorly written, and that was like a really big like red flag to me. I was like,
That's just pretentious.
But like we can't. Like, if we can't agree on, like, my favorite thing ever.
It is your favorite thing ever. People have been bringing Brooke photos of Josh Peck and Oppenheimer to the tour. Like,
I want to have Josh Peck. Like, can you surprise me with Josh Peck? I'm not even kidding.
Yes, I will do that. I'm going to write that down.
I'm his biggest fan. But I would like to know so I could wear my World War II attire.
What the fuck? You also had sex with this man 2 World War II documentaries.
Yeah, because I'm trying to look like an educated woman. I'm moving up from the B movie, everyone.
It's so funny because I realized that when we talk about stuff on the Cancelled podcast, like especially sexual stuff, and just in real life, I tell you every single detail of my sex life. Like I could hook up with someone, I would come home and I would be like, Brooke, smell my hand. Like, it's like, which I'm sorry. It just, it is what
I
it
wouldn't
is.
smell her hands even if she hadn't just had sex.
They smell fine right now. But
they're not supposed to smell, to be honest.
No, my hands don't smell frequently, okay? You get what I'm saying. And I realized that you never really share details of your sex life. And the other night in North Carolina, I was trying so hard to get any details out of you. I was like,
stage.
Okay, and in the hotel room. I was just like, what position was it? Like, do you talk?
Because it doesn't come naturally to me. I don't really like... It's shock. I mean, I guess I'm on the Cancelled podcast, so I do talk about like my sexual escapades in like... kind of detail, but not like
me.
Not
I guess.
Specifics. I
not
don't
like
talk
our friend
specifics
group as well. Like I feel like our friend group is like guess where he came. Like it's like just everything,
Yeah, not me.
And I was begging her for hours to tell me a detail. She finally tells me a detail. It was that they fucked to World War II documentaries. But that is an upgrade from the B movie.
I know. And that's my favorite World War.
I don't know which is worse, actually. It's your favorite World War.
It's everyone's favorite World War.
It's either a great thing or a really bad thing, and I have no opinion.
I think maybe I'm going to just get smart. Maybe this is going to be good for me. I'm going to come out of this on the other end smarter. I'm going to be just glowing because he's just so hot.
That is very fair, and something great could come of it, and we don't know yet,
And he can play guitar all he wants so long as he is, showing up for me.
That's true.
In the ways that matter.
Speaking of guys that play guitar showing up for you in the ways that matter.
That was really specific.
I think I got stood up.
Oh, no.
And this has never happened to me my entire life. And I just want you to tell me what you think.
Okay.
Okay?
Lay it on me.
So there's this musician.
Do I know him?
You know him.
Is he someone I'm in love with? Because you've been doing that lately.
No, I have not been doing that lately. Literally at all. You just made that up. No, it's not someone you're in love with. But Hunter was on tour with him for like a while.
Oh, okay.
And Hunter's been on tour with a million musicians.
Him. I'm a
so
fan
don't go harass them all, please. And he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. And I want to say like 9-10 months ago, him and I started talking because he was on tour with Hunter. Like I'd FaceTime him and he'd be in the back.
I was there the night that was all happening. It was like Hunter was trying to set me up with one and you up with the other.
Okay, so you know exactly, right? And we start talking and we're trying to go on dates and so on and so forth. But he's a very much so touring musician. Like he's gone like 6 months of the year at minimum, like on a bus, like just not fucking home literally at all. And it just didn't happen, whatever. And then we started going on tour and we have a tour manager. And our tour manager weirdly had worked with him before. And so he hit me up and he was like, oh my God, I love your tour manager. They're the best. Like, whatever. And we start talking again. He sees like Peppa stuff out. He's like, do I buy this for you? Like all this stuff. We start talking and whatever. And last week he asks me on a date. And he's like, can we go to dinner? This is when we were in North Carolina. He was like, can we go to dinner next Sunday? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm kind of clowning him. I'm like, I don't know, you're too busy for me. Like I feel like you're gonna bail, you're gonna be on another fucking tour, like blah blah blah. And he's like, no, I promise you, I'm just like shitty at my phone. Like I really want to take you to dinner.
Big red flag. What did we say? No one is bad at using their phone
at all. And like it just
especially
whatever.
If you're touring, like what are you doing, sitting on a bus? Like fucking
and nobody's home. And so I'm just clowning him. Like this date isn't going to happen, right? And he is doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. Like this date is going to happen. I promise you. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And then the night before he's with our tour manager, he sends me a photo. Everything's good, right? And so it'd been about 6 days since he asked me on the date. It was supposed to be on Sunday. I wake up on Sunday to a text from him.
Oh, no.
Tana, I am so sorry to do this because I know we joked about bailing, but I am trying to be a good person. So right after we planned our date, I started seeing someone and really hit it off. I think it might be best to cancel tonight because I don't want to put you in a weird spot and be in a different place. I just wanted to be honest with you because you deserve that. So I hope you don't hate me, but completely understand if you do. My apologies for it being so last minute. I just wanted to wait and make sure because I obviously think you're awesome and we'd get along great.
Here's what I don't like
you
about
fell
that.
for someone in 6 days.
No, he didn't. That's what I was going to say is like what I don't like about it is he had to have already been involved with her and just didn't know how serious it was at the time that he planned the date with you. So he was already two-timing you before you guys even had a first date. I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
And he's so nice guy coded. Like, I'm like...
No, but that was the nice guy thing to do. I would love for somebody to do that if they were talking to me. Like, if they were talking to me and had set up a date with another girl and then they, like, decided they liked me, I would hope that they would do that. You know what I mean? But...
That's true, I guess. That is true.
I don't want anybody seeing me and somebody else at the same time.
He's just like, I was like excited because I feel like he's like what I need. Like a nice guy, super successful musician.
It for sure would have been way worse though had he gone on the date with you and you liked him and then like he ended up talking to somebody else and you're like, how the fuck did this happen?
That's true. I just guess I needed something for the plot. We talked about this on the last episode, but I really am debating, having a bit of a life in New York. So as I've been in New York, I've been like on New York Hinge. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to even just, let's say I go on dates with people and they end up being my friend. It's just like nice to like get myself out there in New York, right?
Yeah.
So I put myself on New York Hinge and I receive a voice memo from this guy.
All right, Tana. Give it up for Tana.
Who
Tana
did the
sounds
applause?
like it's short for something, or she just likes the sound of it. I'm gonna go through your profile for the first time.
Do you think you made up your
liking
name?
it a few days ago, and let you know my thoughts. All right, first picture. In the car, are you driving? This looks a little dangerous, but mouth is open a little bit. Very seductive. It looks like she's done this before. She won't shut up about
Peppa Pig.
Peppa. Oh, and
That's on my Hinge.
I'm
Why?
not too familiar with that.
Hold on. Why?
I think it's good to let them know about the Peppa thing, like
so
off rip.
you're like snorting on your Hinge profile and you're attracting nice, good guys.
I don't know. Maybe they think I'm like fun and quirky. Here's the thing. I've been having this really actual real crisis. I was in New York City with Paige and I got so high, like too high, like so high. And I just look around the room and it's like we're in New York City at Fashion Week and there's just Peppa shit everywhere. Like coloring books that I've colored. Like it's not like I just look at it. Like I'm playing with these things. Okay. Oh my God, that's so fucking embarrassing.
Look at her Peppa nails.
I have Peppa nails right now. Which are so cute. They're my favorite nails I've literally ever had. Oh my God, in my 25 years of existence. Ah! But I'm the weird pig girl. And I know that. And you know what I mean? It's just...
You miss Piggy?
Yeah, like, and so I try to let people know. Anyways.
A pig. I know that it's a pig and it's a cartoon, but I don't really know the morals and the motifs of the story. She cannot ride a bike. You mean to tell me you live in New York City and you've never ridden a city bike on the West Side Highway on Molly? Because I have, and we could do that together, maybe, or separate, but it's a fun idea. I'll teach you. All right, scrolling down, bikini picture. Classic. We like it. We like a bikini picture. Another car selfie. It seems like Tana has a fetish. Most controversial opinion, there's no way that Helen Keller flew that plane.
Also on my Hinge.
That's fucked up because Helen Keller was my great-grandmother, and bitch, she flew that plane. No one actually likes Aperol Spritz. I mean, a mirror selfie with a watch. Are you a watch girl? I find that watches have no utility, but this is still hot. She has great boobs, obviously, and drinking pickle juice from the pickle jar. That's romantic. I love that too. Oh, this profile is long.
He has too much
lizard
time.
on the head with the sunglasses. Maybe this should be your first pick. And then Russian vibes at the end. Yeah, she's hot. We should talk. I love you. I gotta go.
I love you. I gotta go. It's hilarious.
Okay, so he sends me this. I think it's funny as fuck. Like, you can debate if it's a green or a red flag, but to me, it looked green, right?
Yeah, it depends on where you're looking at it from.
And then, so I give him my number, and then I'm just thinking about this more, and I'm like, okay, but I'm not the only person he's done this to. And imagine a guy doing that 8 times in a night.
That's what I'm telling you. He has way too much time. What was that, 3 minutes long?
Like, that's... it's just icky to me, the soundboard, like really actually thinking about it.
He had to,
Like, and so I make a TikTok about it. I'm like, I weigh out my pros and cons as we do with everything. It's like, do I want this to manifest into something great, or do I just want to make it content and move on with my life? What means more to me? The content weighed out in this situation.
We do it for you guys.
And all the attention, seriously. No. So I make a TikTok about it, and then get this. All these people start tagging me, and another girl had already made a viral TikTok, green screening the voice memo from this man. Then a Pandora's box opens of like 8 more girls who this exact man, like his name, he lives in New York City.
Wait, I want him to do it to me. I want to know what he really thinks of my profile.
I'll ask him. We talk. He starts texting
man's
me.
review.
He starts texting me, and he asked me to take the TikTok down. He's like, and then okay, I might go to hell.
Why?
For this.
Because is his girlfriend gonna find out? I'm like all triggered. I'm like,
and here's the thing: I'm just imagining his boys like seeing that and clowning him, and then I'm getting the ick double. Like and so again, I weigh it on. I'm like, no, I'm leaving the TikTok up. I don't care if you ever talk to me again. Like you did it. It's a public dating app, whatever. He texts me 2 days ago, and he's like, so many people are texting me in my life, like, who are you, all this shit, and like, you can leave it up. And I'm like, okay, so now you love the attention.
Oh no,
and it's like this.
Now he likes the clout.
Moving on, I'm wearing my fake Bottega earrings today.
Bottega.
in honor of our viral moment.
You know what's so crazy about that is that we suddenly have imaginary beef with Madeline Klein.
That's what I want to talk to you about. Okay, so
wait, first of all, it really is crazy how you can just say, one person can say some shit online and then it's just like truth. I've never met Madeline Klein.
And it's so funny too, because we do that. Like we say shit online and then it's just the truth. So I'm not hating, but
I'm told the story. Like, it was not about her.
We told the story about a fake LA girl who kind of was being a stupid fucking to Brooke about her Bottega earrings and, you know, just people being stuck up in LA in general. Everyone thinks it is about Tila Dunn or Madeline Klein. I don't think Tila Dunn would do that.
She wouldn't. I feel like she would get some Bottega earrings too.
She so would, and honestly, she's so sweet.
Did you see somebody do the actual like breakdown of, because it's costume jewelry, like the Bottega ones?
Yes, someone did that in like honor of our viral moment.
So viral, but they're gold plated the same. They're literally like they have the same exact makeup.
Yeah, the same.
So if you're buying the Bottega ones, you're just financially irresponsible
and so stupid. Like I can't even get into that, but it's funny. Because the story is just about someone who isn't in the scene at all. Like, it's someone that we like.
Yeah, it's just like a random girl we kind of like half work with or like work around.
Yeah. And everyone keeps asking who it is. And it's like, no one would even know. And it's just like telling.
But it's way more awkward now because like we're going to have to see her.
I feel like she's the type to like hit me too
Can I tell you something that
like
something horrible?
But I could take her. I could definitely take her. So don't fucking try, okay?
No, but listen to something horrible that happened with her and I one time that makes me think that she might actually like this attention that she's gonna get. Or
she definitely loves this attention.
I feel like she loves that. But one time, this is actually horrible. Like this makes me look really bad. Not me, but I was at a meeting with honestly Becca Moore, her team, and Natalie, my manager, and it was like a few of us at a table. Okay,
no cockroaches in sight.
No, and she was sitting next to me, this girl, and Natalie put us all in a group chat, like except for her, and was like, "I'm sorry, like she's just this rich girl from like blah blah blah," and like because she was doing what she normally does, like boasting about money. Wait, okay,
keep in mind that you did not. I called her like a stupid fucking. It doesn't shut the fuck up and doesn't know how it needs to be hit in the fucking face, and it's a viral sound on TikTok, and now she's gonna know. I want there to still be some deniability there, please.
Oh,
like she's gonna fight me.
No, she knows. She has to know by now. Wait, but listen, you didn't hear the rest of the story.
I know, but are we gonna leave it in?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's fine. Well, this is okay. So Natalie, but she was just like, sorry, like she's just like this rich girl from like blah blah blah. Like it's fine, and. At the time that Natalie sent the text, it's a group chat with every single person at the table except for her. She had my phone in her hand. So it popped up for her and she just put it down and she goes, "You think I'm rich?" I swear to God. Natalie, and all of us just died because we were like, what do we even say? Like,
Natalie Bowling has the historic like worst luck when it comes to like
well,
remember
like,
Turks and Caicos?
Do not ever drag me into some shit like that. Like I don't want to like. Because I wouldn't be texting about somebody at the table.
I never do that because it like scares me too much.
Me too, because I'm so hyper aware of it. Like if I see that two people are like both texting, I'll be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
100%. I never, ever, ever, ever do it. Natalie did that in Turks. I think we talked about that.
Like, I didn't even see, she saw the message before I did. So I was just like, what was I going to do?
Absolutely.
And like what Natalie couldn't check to make sure that my phone wasn't in her hand.
Yeah, that's fucking, she always does that. She did that with Ashley and Bella and Turks and a whole novel talking shit about them, and they were in the fucking group chat. So
hilarious. But she was like flattered by it. She was like, oh, like, haha, you think I'm rich? So I feel like she would like.
Here's what I'm going to do.
And I say it to her face. I'm like, why are you like so adamant about like fakes, like, and stuff like that? It's not fake, but
I'm gonna talk direct to camera and say that this is my new thing, just addressing the people like to the camera as we go. When I say you've never been hit in the face, I don't mean I want to hit you in the face. Like, I don't mean that you deserve to be hit in the face or anything like that. I think there's just an archetype of people who have lived a life where no one has ever really told them no. And I don't really know your story. This is an assumption, but granted, there's a lot of stories that give me context to make this assumption that, you know, no one's ever just told you that sometimes you should shut the fuck up, and you shouldn't maybe say, you know, that
just don't
her
make
bag
other
is
people
fake
feel shitty about like this. Like, especially my number one thing is like, if you talk to me and you made all your own money or whatever and you're bragging about money, then that's one thing. But if you are spending your parents' money and ridiculing other people for how they spend theirs, don't fucking talk to me. Like, and I do not.
I've just, every conversation I've kind of had with her, and again, God, I'm like, fuck.
Fine.
Like we were just at a friend's birthday, and she was there, and she was wearing this gorgeous Jean Paul Gaultier dress, and I am obsessed with Jean Paul Gaultier archives. It's like my favorite brand to, like, if I get a piece from Jean Paul Gaultier that's like from the 2000s or the 90s, I'm gagged, you know. And so I see it, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, like I need this dress, like. And I'm just talking to her about it. Good. And she's very much like, you can borrow mine. And I'm like, I'm going to get it. We can twin.
You can't find it.
Yeah. And she just goes on this whole thing. Like, literally the only person who's worn it is Kim Kardashian. Like, you can't find it. And like, I don't mean to be like, I know I can fucking find that dress. But like, I'm good at it. I love it. I love Jean Paul Gaultier. I know I could find it. And I'm kind of like.
It was amazing.
She was just talking so like. What felt like down to me about the fact that I like couldn't, and now I'm like, I need the dress. I'm gonna wear it in the next episode.
I felt. I complimented it, and I didn't even know. So God, imagine letting her tell me. It was like so dehumanizing. It was like I regretted it so much. I'm never giving a compliment out ever.
I still want to be friends. Like, you know,
she's really fucking smart, and she actually works really hard. It's not like she's just like everything handed to her and like whatever. But I don't fuck with people who like shame other people for 100%. Like, money stuff.
And it's also like what we think is gonna go viral on Cancelled is never what goes viral. Like it's always like just a random moment that you think's gonna be swept under the rug, and now it's like I have to see this bitch every week, and it's like never gonna. Yeah, no, whatever.
We won't see her anymore.
Okay, speaking of super rich out of touch problems.
Oh, okay.
The craziest thing just happened to me. When I first got one of my first really big checks, my first big purchase was a Cartier love bracelet. The ones that screw on and you can only take it off if you unscrew it.
Right, when Kylie Jenner would wear like fucking 12 of them.
12 of them. And it was $7,700, which I just should not have been spending on that at the time, but I was young and I wanted it so bad, and I get it. And after 2 years, and you're meant to have these for life. Like, it's called the eternal love bracelet. It's like someone you love is supposed to screw it on you and it never comes off. Obviously, no one loved me. I screwed it on myself. But anyways, after 2 years, it breaks and the screws just start unscrewing and it like fall off of me.
It's a really common problem, actually. It happens to a lot of people.
Which is just wild. Like, it won't screw shut, whatever. And so I've just had it like laying around, and then I got my watch. I got this little silver bracelet. I was like, it'd be so cute if I stacked them all together. And like, it means a lot to me. It reminds me of like, you know, how everything started. Yeah. And so I send it with Robin, my assistant, to get fixed and at Cartier. And it's this whole dramatic thing. Like, all the Cartiers are shut down for construction and we can't get in. We can't get an appointment. She finally gets an appointment at a Cartier an hour away. We finally get to get it fixed. It's gone for months. Like, she's talking to Cartier all the time and whatever. And so finally she wakes me up the other day and she's like, your Cartier bracelet, I'm going to get it today. And she comes back and she's like, I have a delivery from Cartier. And I'm like so excited to put it on. And I'm going somewhere cute. And I'm like, I'm going to wear it. I'm so excited, whatever. And I open this bracelet and it is a completely different bracelet. Man. It's not white gold. It's yellow gold. I sound like this bitch. I can't even. Like, now I sound like I've never been hit in the face.
I'm like, I only wear yellow gold. So I'm just saying.
It doesn't fit my wrist. You would have loved it. It was so tiny. It would have fit your wrist perfectly.
I know. I have these thickum wrists. I have cankles of the wrist.
What the fuck? They sent me home with the wrong bracelet, a cheaper bracelet as well. Had they sent me home with a nicer bracelet, I would have.
Yeah,
looked the other
imagine
way.
they accidentally sent you like the iced out one.
Where's my bracelet?
Yeah, who has your bracelet? That's like it's $8,000. Like that's like mixing up a baby.
It'd be so different if this was like a Sephora mix-up, or if this was like
yeah, but it's like that's the thing. If you have someone's, then someone has yours.
That's the price of a car.
Yeah, it is.
We call Cartier. They really don't give a shit. Like it's this whole thing. They talk to Robin, and then they're like, actually, like here's the voicemail, and she just has to leave like I'm like, a voicemail for my $7,000 bracelet? A voicemail? What?
Yeah, what?
So as I do, I'm like, I know how I can get this resolved real quick. I make a TikTok.
You turn to the internet.
Had no idea Cartier was on TikTok, really.
You know,
Guess what I woke up
gotta
to
stay
today?
with it.
Cartier themselves dropping off a brand new bracelet, the one I had.
A brand new one?
Like, or mine, I guess, but I don't believe that it's mine. And it looks a little...
Looks like worn in a little.
It looks a little newer, nicer. Than I think, you know what I mean? Maybe they cleaned mine. Who knows? And a present. The entire thing was also in Robin's name. Like she went and like she did it, you know what I mean? Like, and it was in her name and all the shit. And the Cartier person comes and is like, tell Tana she's gonna love the gift. Like they saw my fucking TikTok.
Oh no.
Which is just crazy to me. I'm really excited about my bracelet. I don't know. The story
So
doesn't
now
end
you have
bad,
two?
No. I gave the other one back. Well, actually, do you know what's funny? Is we had an extra Cartier lying around. So Robin gave them the wrong one that they gave us back. And then I had to find that one too. I sound like the bitch who's never been hit in the face. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened
At all.
Aubrey O'Day messaged me.
And who is she?
She is the one from Danity Kane who went on Sophia with an F's podcast, and I thought that like the way that she was talking to her was like very disrespectful. So I went on a bit of a tangent on an episode where
I saw that, and she was speaking to her disrespectfully.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. And a lot of people
Sophia handled it well. I guarantee it didn't affect Sophia at all.
Yeah,
but
I think that's the point that she was trying. So she sent me like screenshots of Sophia and her like conversation, and like I think Sophia really wasn't impressed about it. I think that she thought it was like fun banter, and that's what Aubrey was saying.
And it's kind of one of those things where you're
she
pressed
sent me
for
like
your
a
friend.
really long text just saying like it's like a sister banter, like blah, 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 I don't appreciate your take at all.
No, but she straight up called Sophia like unsuccessful and shit. And
yeah,
they're not
I just
sisters.
It was just, it didn't, you know what? It didn't come off the way that you meant for it to, in my opinion. And so maybe I was wrong and maybe I misinterpreted it. But listen, my job is to interpret things.
I'm going to start saying that all the fucking time. Like, why'd you hear me out on Cancelled? My job was to
She said, you don't know
things.
anything about me or my life or career, which you made clear from all the judgment and misinformation that I heard you speaking. I'm here if you would like to be a fully informed human. One thing about me is I do not want to be a fully informed human.
We should have her on. We should like Zoom call her in.
She said, and if she's your good friend and put you up to this, then watch Alex Cooper's interview. Sophia did not put me up to this. In fact, she did not even.
And if she's your sister, why the fuck are you so quick to tell her to watch Alex
Cooper's interview? Because she didn't sell me as her aggressor. Oh, she said, and I wasn't. Her name, or the same as I wasn't with Sophia. She spelt it Sophia. Sophia.
With an F.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aubrey. Wait.
Is it Audrey?
Aubrey. I called her Audrey the first time. I know her name is Aubrey. I fucked up, but
I don't know.
I'm
Aubrey,
sorry
if you want to call in,
I'm
it
sorry
sounds
if
so
I hurt
fun.
your feelings.
That has to be the most disingenuous apology I've ever seen on
I do
Cancelled.
feel bad. She's going through something. Check this one out.
Is it the Facetune?
Yeah.
She's saying that someone is going through something because they're face tuning too much. Holy shit. I
She doesn't need to do that. She is very beautiful.
I went on a deep dive the other day with Ashley Schwan of my old photographs.
That's major, like
And
OG Tana on the swing.
I'm going to edit it in, but there's this photo of Noah Cyrus and that I posted.
I remember vividly I remember you posting the one that you posted the other day with the dresses that you and Ashley had matching. I think you were at like Playlist Live or
Playlist
something.
Live next to the D'Amelios. I had an entire year where like I actually literally wanted to look like Avatar. Like I was using a filter that made my eyes blue. I don't even have blue eyes. Like
I
whole
remember
thing.
that too. It was just like
It also was. I was on a lot of
haha.
drugs. Like
Oh,
I'm just gonna be so motherfucking for real. Like I was on so many pills and potions, and I needed my Instagram taken away from me. Can we talk about that as well? I think as I'm getting sober and older, I have delved into my addictions and all of the things that I've been through, and I do truly feel like I'm in a place in my life right now, and obviously addiction is not linear and, you know, things happen. But I feel like I'm in a place where I'll never be that bad again or that dark again or that addicted really to anything ever again. I guess like after I, you know, got through a lot of these addictions, especially pills, and had like some scary close calls and shit, I just kind of moved on. I was like, okay, I don't do that anymore. And I haven't like reflected on that time of my life. And it's really crazy because like I don't remember it like at all. I don't remember like 3 years of my life.
Ooh, you know what?
And
sorry, keep going actually.
What?
No, I would just keep going because I was gonna just completely like go on a tangent.
Well, I want to know, but
Well, I've been looking into that, like that therapy where like you like move your eyes.
I want to do that, and
I
it
do
makes you remember
too.
things, right?
Yeah, but apparently it can be like really bad for some people. I feel like that might be bad for me.
Yeah, I don't
And
need to open.
very like it's like a traumatic process, I think.
I'm pretty mentally healthy. I do have a lot of trauma that I need to unpack, but
Me too, but like some of it's like, oh, I forgot. Oh no.
and it's kind of like, why do I necessarily want to unpack that?
Yeah,
I guess
know.
it could manifest in horrible ways, and I might
think
need
it
to
does.
one
I
day.
think it translates, at least for me, in like a lot of other areas, like where I don't like the way that I date and the way that I like my like self-efficacy and stuff like that is like affected directly by like things that I haven't worked through.
Yeah, and I guess I just don't because I don't remember, but I don't remember like 3 years of my life, which I think is really sad, and one day I'll be super sad about that. But I shot an entire reality show on Xanax, and I don't remember it at all. Like I wasn't like shooting barred out. Like it was more so like I was taking so much when I was done shooting that it would like transfer into the next day and shit.
Yeah, and then you just lost the whole thing.
But like how crazy is that?
That is really crazy. And I feel like we were friends at that time. I don't remember. Well, actually you were so barred out.
Yeah.
I remember at that time I had never even tried Xanax or anything, and so I was like traumatized. I remember you would not try to get me to take it, but like if I was ever like in a panic, you'd be like, just take some, and I'd be like, no.
It's an amazing thing in moderation, and like now I'm prescribed, and I take it only if I'm having a panic attack in a slight amount, and I don't abuse it literally at all, which is I never thought I would be there.
I think I made it sound like I abused Xanax on an episode, or on the Trisha episode, because I talked about it. But
I think it's because we just talk about it so casual. Like I'm prescribed, so I did like Xanax and Adderall. I literally need them like for like my fucking chemicals.
Don't take them
but
together.
There was just a time in my life where don't take them together. There was just a time in my life where I was abusing everything I could. You know what I mean? And I was dating people as well who did, so it just like made it feel easier. I don't know. But I want to react to MTV at some point, either on the podcast or somewhere, because I don't remember it at all.
I don't know if you should. I don't know if you want to bring that back up for people. Didn't you have like a pretty like bad public reaction to that show?
Not really.
Would you ever do another show? I think we kind of have been talking about this a little.
I've always said no, but like maybe. I don't know. It would depend on the control. Like MTV was just hard. I talk about it all the time, but like it, especially on MTV, like the episodes end up completely not how you feel like you shot them. In my opinion,
they kind of they build the storyline like after the fact.
Yeah, and just a little like if you're in the bathroom and you're on the mic and you say something, like they have full rights to like edit that into like a drone shot of Hollywood Hills. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that was such a fun time.
I
was on that. You guys can't tell, but I was in it.
You were in that
episode.
That episode actually, the episode you were in is the one where I was like, I don't know if I can do reality TV anymore. And I think that's also why I was like trying to escape reality as much as I could, because I don't think that it was made for me. Like that whole episode was like something that was written to have a girls' night and written into Trevi's alcoholism. It was like written into it and all this shit, and it just ended up, the edit just ended up being not what happened at all, or like what was agreed on between Trevi and I off camera and all this shit, and it just like didn't look good, and it made me sad.
If I were to ever do a reality show, I would want it to be like the Kardashians, where everything is like, beforehand, like what scene you're filming, what the storyline is, and you just have the way that like Stassi Baby and Kylie sit down and they start talking about like their surgery. Like they knew going into that's what the
but that's kind of how MTV was.
Really?
And then it's the Kardashians just have full edit control. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they're the producers of the show.
I had a producer credit, but no, Tana wasn't producing anything.
Shit. I would do it. I think that would be fun. I think we should have a canceled reality show.
Speaking of canceled, not really reality show. That was my worst segue yet. I was trying to keep it going.
I don't know. I think you're still...
People are mad at us.
Oh, yeah.
We just released a Jojo Siwa episode. And because we were going on tour, we have been like severely stacking episodes because we'll be gone for weeks at a time. And even just with my like New York stints and shit, like I don't necessarily when I leave here, and especially just with the stalker and everything that's at home, like I don't necessarily always know when I'm coming back. So we always want to stack episodes. And so like a while ago, I don't want to say like a number of days because I always get that wrong and then people get mad. Yeah, we shot an episode with Jojo Siwa right around the time we shot an episode with Trisha. And we shoot the episode with Trisha and we're talking about like, you know, I've been telling Trisha this. I tell her this every day. I want to have your back. I am your fucking friend. I'm so sad that people have like done so much shitty shit to you. And I guess right after we shot with Jojo, she also went on Howie Mandel's podcast. And I didn't know this, but like she apparently like is very close with Colleen Ballinger. Yeah. And I would have loved to talk about that on Cancelled. You know, like I didn't know about it.
Yeah, I didn't see the clip, but I know that she publicly defended Colleen or whatever.
I'm not here to super unpack. It's just not my journey. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about Colleen Ballinger and how I feel about Trisha and how I feel about that whole fucked up situation. And, you know, if that's JoJo's journey, that's JoJo's journey. But we probably wouldn't.
I think the timing just looked really shady.
Exactly. We probably wouldn't have had her on, or if we did, I would have asked her about it at least. You know what I mean? That's what Cancelled is. Like I'm down to have canceled people on and ask them about canceled shit or whatever it is. And I don't necessarily know if JoJo's fully canceled, but I know that in the Trisha community she is, you know? And we put out this episode and people were hot. Yeah. Like so fucking pissed about having her on and our friendship with Trisha and whatever. And yeah, we just didn't know. And it was just horrible timing. And it's really nothing to even like talk about because it's like I commented back to some people. I was like, listen, we didn't fucking know.
Also, we reached out to Trisha to make sure that she knew that.
Yeah, and I texted Trisha and was just like, hey, this JoJo episode's going live. Like, I didn't know all this happened. And Trisha was just so nice about it and didn't give a shit. She was like,
she's so sweet. And it's not like this huge anti-JoJo situation, but if listen,
I'm team Trisha every time.
It's always going to be Trisha.
I am team Trisha. We were just talking about how we want to start having Trisha on like once every other month as like a recurring guest.
Everyone loved her so much, and it felt so natural. Like she's so good at asking questions. She's just like a really great.
I'm going to her house again tomorrow, and I'm so excited. She was like sending me voice memos yesterday, like 2-minute long voice memos, and I was so fucking gagged because it's like I listened to her talk for like minutes at a time, like on TikTok and podcasts and shit. I was like, there's no way. Like Malibu's in the back. I am like making it my life's goal to hear Malibu Barbie's first word.
She's gonna. I bet she already speaks. I bet she looks like a genius to me.
She comes out fast talking like Trisha.
Yeah, could you imagine? She's like reading already.
Yeah,
like fast as fuck. I don't know why this just reminded me of it, but me and Natalie got in the biggest fight the other day because you know how like, well, Natalie just says the funniest things sometimes, and sometimes I think Natalie just doesn't even know me at all. But I sent her, I sent her Alexis. Just got like a. Like McDonald's reached out to her and sent her like PR. Mm-hmm. I sent it to Natalie and I was like, how am I not getting McDonald's PR? I talk about McDonald's every opportunity I get. Mm-hmm. And Natalie literally said to me, she's like, I've never seen you talk about McDonald's. Like, I go, I literally, like, I couldn't talk about McDonald's more. I cosplayed a McDonald's worker.
It's so funny because I asked you for Halloween if we could be like the Hamburglar and like Ronald McDonald, and you were so offended.
I have it in every episode. Like, someone gifted me a Happy Meal. I have a McDonald's rug in my house. I eat McDonald's at least once a day. Every single day. And I was so hot at her saying that. Like, I felt like she was like trying to upset me. Like, like what if I was like, Amari is like way more of a Peppa fan than you. Like,
yeah, that's so true.
I was sick, and I don't know why it upset me so much. But anyway, McDonald's, if you're listening, I will do anything for you.
I would ask my manager for shit like that, but he would just straight up say, I'm sorry, sweetie, but you're not getting tickets to that show. You know?
I didn't even ask her, but I was just like, oh my God, like how have they not seen anything I've said about them? Like, I say things about them all the time. All she did was make one TikTok about McDonald's.
Petition for McDonald's to sponsor the Cancelled podcast.
I don't even want a sponsor. I just want a gift card, dude. I spend so much money at McDonald's. It is like actually
McDonald's
really hard
is
to
your
do.
Roman Empire.
It is. McDonald's is my Roman Empire.
I realized Helen Keller is mine.
Yeah. I do think about her a lot.
So much.
I don't know what I think about a lot.
I think about Helen Keller so much. Do you think about the Roman Empire a lot, Aaron?
Like 2 or 3 times a week.
I saw
Swear
somebody.
to God,
wait,
2 or 3 times a week you think about the fucking Roman Empire. What is the Roman Empire?
That's exactly right.
What's the Roman Empire?
No, but seriously, like I think I saw a TikTok of a girl saying this, but like guys aren't thinking about the Roman Empire. They're thinking about Gladiator. Like they're not. They don't know anything historically about the Roman
I'm not
Empire.
kidding you. Gun to my head. What's a Roman?
I'm pretty sure that was Greece.
Royale.
Yeah, what's a Roman?
They were the
They
biggest.
they are like painted on the walls, I think, and they're
like
like
the
muscular.
most successful civilization, like BC, and then they.
You say
fell-
I think a lot. I think a lot.
muscular.
I think, and I think that they like influenced a lot of our.
Were they
like,
mad
government.
at something?
No, they were just like top of the world at one point.
Why?
And it's
Well,
just,
what was
it's
what was the fall of the Roman Empire?
Yeah, I think so.
Caesar and
Might be.
Brutus.
It might have been. You know, like Julius Caesar, the play.
What? So the Romans are a bunch of big men named Julius
Yeah.
and Caesar.
I think
So-
that
who
the concept
were
is
mad.
like we would have nothing in our like modern civilization if it weren't for the Roman Empire.
Yeah, she's right.
So like we wouldn't have like Best Buy.
Yeah,
No.
no, not without
Like
the
the
Roman.
Best
Not
Buy
without,
comes-
without Caesar.
Like,
There is
a
no
lot
Best
of-
Buy without
A lot
Caesar.
of people compare today to like the end of Roman Empire times. There's a lot of similarities. I think
Like
about it
what?
sometimes. It's just just you want to get intellectual.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, pretty much back in the day, like when they were falling, they had like all these ideas of like really like big consumerism, if I'm not mistaken. Not like capitalism and everything we have nowadays.
But so they were consuming like grapes.
Well, yeah, like they just got like
Lots of
super into
grapes.
material life.
Too many
like,
grapes.
Just physical things. We can get like sex, power, everything.
They were
I get that.
consuming
I
too
get how
much
that
sex
can
and
happen.
power.
Today is.
There's
I'm a
never
Roman.
consuming.
But it's like the fall of the Roman Empire was like the end times. Everyone,
But what
like,
fell?
they-
Everyone was like, "You're done."
It was like a combination of a lot. Like, have you ever seen like the art piece of just it's Rome on fire? It's
I
like
think so.
It's a big painting. I don't remember the.
I'm convinced men don't really know about it either.
I think
don't
yeah,
know- I
I think
don't
they
know
are
too
just thinking
much.
about the movie Gladiator.
but you think about it all the time.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to think about, man. It's like you know.
What
those
do I think
memes
about all
where
the
it's like
time
I
that I
bet
don't
he's
know
cheating.
about?
You know what I'm talking about?
What?
It's like I bet he's thinking about cheating or like thinking about another girl.
Say it again.
Those memes. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like I bet he's probably thinking about another girl or whatever. Like they're in bed and he's just like.
and he's just
dreaming
like
about
got the
fucking
Roman Empire on his mind.
That's actually a guy's brain, you know.
God, that's crazy.
Maybe not 2 to 3 times, maybe like once a week.
Shout out to the Romans and whatever they did.
Pretty cool.
I still don't know.
I want to learn how to ride a horse.
Are you gonna play guitar? Is that
Brooke
gone
pulls
now?
up tomorrow on a horse playing guitar.
Listen, I'm willing to adapt.
Okay, I have a fun segment for you. So I'm calling back to what we were just talking about with like our icks. You know what I mean? Paige was talking about dating a guy and him eating spaghetti and having spaghetti stains on the corners of his mouth like they were orange when they left. So okay, so
Oh, that was a bad one.
she was saying it's an ick. And Isabella the other day was talking about a guy taping his mouth when he sleeps so that he is a nose breather and not a mouth breather
I
when he
should have done that
sleeps.
to my.
And I've been on this train where I'm having so much empathy for the ick because I think I'm a walking
Yeah, it's almost
ick.
like the pendulum is swinging back because it's like we took it too far.
Exactly. And so it reminded me of the fact that I dated a guy who every night would tape his mouth shut so that he wasn't a mouth breather.
was it?
And it was and
I hate that.
and I remember when I was dating him, apparently I also called him dumb on Cancelled and he called me the fuck out for it recently, but I don't remember that. I don't think you're dumb. I miss you, but you have a girlfriend, so whatever.
Okay.
He would tape his mouth shut every night and I remember in the moment being like, I cannot handle this. I was up in arms over that. Like he would
But
give me
we're
my
allowed to,
final
like, slug.
He would give me my final kiss goodnight and then he would like tape his mouth every night. But now I look back and like I kind of miss him. And I'm sitting there thinking like of all the
was
things I would do.
so hot.
So hot.
That
So
was
hot.
like crazy. That
big
that
dick.
gave me so much hope in Hinge. Like when you popped out with him, I was like, oh fuck.
I'm not even kidding you. I hate the way Hinge has happened for me. Like I met this man who was so hot, big dick. He would fuck me in the mirror, make me watch.
That's my
everything.
Roman Empire.
So hot. That's my fucking Roman. Tape your mouth shut all you fucking want, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
And honestly, if he's dumb, why would you even want him to have his mouth open?
no, and he's not even dumb. And the thing is every Hinge thing that's happened to me since that, I thought all Hinge would just be this, and that's why I was so fine breaking up with him. I was like, I'm gonna get back out there. I'm gonna find another one.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like once you have a positive experience, like all of a sudden you think that's just gonna keep coming.
It's not the
but
whole
I think
app
you
at all.
accidentally like hit the jackpot on the first try.
I did, and then everything has been so sad from there. But it made me want to decide to start a series of telling you things that people I dated did.
Okay.
That gave me the ick, and you tell me if it's ick or not.
Oh my
Slash,
God.
you can guess who.
Okay.
I dated someone that every night, instead of brushing their teeth with a toothbrush and toothpaste, they would brush their teeth with a washcloth and coconut oil.
You told me this one, but I actually did that trick on tour with Paige, and it wasn't coconut oil, but I used a washcloth and toothpaste because I couldn't find my toothbrush.
But
not the
washcloth
whole
and
time, but just the
coconut
last
oil.
day. I'm gonna go Maud Sun.
Bella Thorne.
Really close if you think about it.
And I just remember at the time being like,
I
but now I'm
think
like,
I think that's like effective. I think coconut oil
she was just so like that. Like she would like pour beer in her hair because it's good for your hair, like conditioner type shit. Like she would just do so many things like that
You dated Bella
Someone fact
Thorne?
check that.
for so long.
Aaron,
Like 2
that's like
years.
literally how like everything happened.
And I, by the way, want to date a girl so badly again. Like I want to be gay again so
I would
bad.
love to be like the reason I haven't like really like tapped into it is because I love like a good solid
dicking.
penis. Yeah.
I want to date. I like really want to date a girl again so bad. Like I miss it. I think it's so fun, but I just struggle. So I've only ever dated 2 girls in my life, really, and like I struggle so hard. I've talked about this before, but every girl I date, it's just like,
They almost have to be like on your level, you said, kind of. Because
which I
it's,
hate
like,
because then people call me gay for pay and gay for clout and gay for something.
No, but
and
I
I'm
understand
not.
that, like-
But it's just like when I date a normal girl, every time I ever have, I've found that like they just want to wear my clothes and they want to be around me to get to like guys to date, and they're like faking bi or like to like.
I don't know, because I think I've said this before, like, but have you heard Miley Cyrus talk about it? How she likes to date women because she's like going to be the breadwinner anyway, so she might as well feel like a more masculine energy than being with a man and being way more successful than him.
That's true. I can't figure out if I'm like a top or a bottom, because with Bella I felt like I was a bottom, but with Noah I felt like I was a top, and I've done both. I guess with Bella
You're verse.
I think I don't know. I'm verse. I dated someone that everywhere they went in their bag, they would not be happy unless they had watercolor paints and a paintbrush.
Maud Sun,
Yeah.
obviously. I
That's
miss him.
spectrum.
What the fuck?
Oh, the Serenader just texted me.
What did he say?
Doesn't matter.
This one is just crazy. It's not even an ick. It's just like, I can't believe I was this close with the person. And it's weird because sometimes I like miss being this close with the person. But like,
Oh no.
and this person obviously hates when I talk about this because it's so off brand for them. I don't even know how to explain this. We would like fart on each other. We would burp in each other's mouths. Like he would take my own finger and like touch my own asshole and then try to put it to my face.
That's
Like,
I don't like that. I feel like Chris Miles.
definitely.
Yeah.
But like I miss being that close with someone sometimes now.
God, I wish like I know we say this all the time, but I wish Chris Miles and you could just be like a normal couple, because like that was God, I love him.
I appreciate you saying that. Like everyone hates him so much, and I wish I could express so
I know,
much.
it's so it really is crazy. Like the public like hates, not public, but like
Our
like
public.
the fans and stuff are like, no, boo Chris Miles, but like he is our like
If they
all of
met
the
him, they would
friends,
love
like,
him.
We all love him. Like
If they met him, they would love him. And like I was equally as toxic. It's so funny because Chris was telling me the other day that I've been saying I want to get a gun because my whole stalker thing, and I'm like sober now. I feel like I can have a gun, whatever. Chris was saying that for my birthday, he like was about to buy me a gun as a gift at one point, and then he didn't. And I was like, oh, why didn't you? And he like, it was all these other random reasons. But I was like, at one point we were so toxic that I genuinely feel like if he bought me that gun, I would have pulled it on him. Like,
Okay.
then
And-
not shot him. I would never have shot him. Obviously, this is a crazy.
no, but it was really a lot of like fighting and like.
Just the fights just got so crazy.
And it was bad
now
for
it's so
our
funny.
relationship because I was like triggered. I felt like I was with Fawn and Sean.
It was so crazy. And it's funny because now we are like literally best friends and we don't hook up like actually, and like we're so cool. And it's like I hate that when I'm around him, I'll always think like, why can't we just date?
Honestly, cut to her saying on that, like, I remember the episode when you were like, we just can't be friends. It's impossible.
And I was so sad about it. I was heartbroken about feeling that way. And I feel like a big part of why we couldn't be friends, I think, was because I needed to be sober. Like, because I would get drunk and just like, it would like, we'd go back into so many patterns. And him, I don't know what happened with him. He woke up one day and just decided he didn't want to be toxic with me anymore at all. And now we're like just so cool and like best friends. And it's
you guys
awesome.
are in like a healthy era.
And I'm so happy about it. Because I feel like I don't ever want to go back to the way it was. And I don't think we will. And we're just friends.
I agree. Do you think if he went in to buy a gun, they would even let him?
I don't feel like he would go in to buy a gun. I feel like
he would get it on like a little black market situation.
He would Postmates a gun. I asked him that the other day. I said, if right now I said I need a gun here, how long do you think it would take for you to have a gun here? And he said 25 minutes.
God, he's so funny.
He's a really nice guy.
I'm gonna make a list like this for you, and I'm gonna do it on the next episode, just so you know. But it's gonna be not guys I didn't date. It's gonna be just guys that you know about.
I dated someone who had to fill their shower and bathroom mirror with paper affirmations.
Mod son.
No.
Oh.
Like,
okay, sorry, I'm like coming for his neck.
Like 35 of them, and they would be like, I blank am going to do this, this, and this. But sometimes I would like see my name on there sometimes and shit. Like I would like see like
Rusty.
No.
Oh.
And like sometimes they would just be like so like I will be the ruler of the world. Like, you know what I mean? That type of energy.
I don't know this one.
Jake Paul. But I like I hate like at the time I would be like what?
That, though. And you know what? How am I going to talk shit about that when he has had the success he has had?
I think every single thing I ever saw in an affirmation that at the time I thought was like insane came true. And I actually
don't be surprised if you come over and I have like
I started doing that in my own like weird little ways as of recently, and I like thought like a couple months ago I started doing even the shower. I'll like write everything I want to accomplish that day, like just on not like with writing like on paper like he would, but I'll just like write it on the shower. Like I've been trying to do things like that, and I remember thinking to myself the other day, I was like, I used to find this to like writing affirmations to be so corny, and then it's like look at him go, and like, you know.
Yeah. I believe in manifestation.
Chris used to get so mad at me because. And I used to get the ick that he would be so mad. I would be like, you don't understand me. Like, you hate me. You're just so mean. He would want to watch a TV show. Like, we'd get in bed and he'd want to watch a TV show. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to watch the show with you right now. I want to watch a show on TikTok in 500 parts. And I would sit there for like 2.5 hours. That's a real thing.
There's like entire movies on TikTok.
No, I watched the entire show, seasons of Why Women Kill on TikTok in parts. And he would be like, you're horrible to be around. like I'm sitting here, like I can't see your phone as well.
Maybe you're better now with your AirPods. You could do that by yourself.
But then why would I invite him over though? Still, you know, it's like, why couldn't I just put it on the show? And then eventually it just, I put the show on and I would fast forward to only parts I hadn't seen on TikTok. And he was like, literally, I hate being around you. And I was like, I hate being around you too. And it was like, Tana, that's awful. My last one is just, at one point I legitimately got jealous when I was dating Kevin because I felt like he loved his dog and cared about his dog more than me. I still feel that way. I
get that. I would get jealous too.
But like, do you know what I mean?
A lot of people are like that. You know, this is really bad. Can I tell you something? I sometimes don't like if I see someone on a dating app and they like have like more than one photo of their dog, I'm like, relax. But I'm so obsessed with my cat that it's like ridiculous.
It just got to the point where it was like I felt like across a 24-hour day with him, like he would be like, Duke, oh my God, like give the dog way more love than me. And he was still giving me such an adequate amount of love, like, you know what I mean? But it was just like I was jealous of the dog. But I love the dog so much as well.
Gotta be like a personal.
I love the dog so much as well. When we broke up, I genuinely was like, oh my God, I'm going to miss this dog.
You know how you can like promote an Instagram post? That's what I'm going to do for my dating life. I'm going to have to like boost.
I've been debating as my backup plan, if be all end all. Jeff and I talked about this for an entire episode of Jeff FM. But we've been debating on him just being my sperm donor and us just co-parenting as friends.
What a sexy kid. Sorry.
It'd be such a good looking kid, no? And like maybe I'm just not meant to go into the sunset with someone. Like maybe it's like I co-parent with my best friend.
I could see myself doing that. I could see myself being a single mom so long as I have like enough help. My problem is like I feel like that's more for people who have like family and stuff that would help them.
Yeah.
I would be like,
I'm so grateful for Deborah and Iraj, like Amari's family, because I know I could drop that damn kid off on the doorstep.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of people who are like that. I don't know why. I don't have a kid, so I don't know why I would be jealous.
I wish we could have a kid.
I know. You know, I always.
But mommy and mommy would fight a lot.
Whenever I have a crush on a girl, I always think about that. I'll be like, oh, how cute would that be? And then I'm like, wait, we can't do that.
I seriously want to date a girl again. Can you guys leave suggestions in the comments below of girls that are legitimately bisexual that you think I would be cute with?
Why do you want her to be? I feel like you wouldn't date a lesbian.
I would.
I feel like I'd prefer I know I would prefer a lesbian over a bisexual.
It's hard for me because I'm so bi. And it's almost like fun with
I don't believe in bi people. I'm just kidding.
It's almost fun with a girl that's bi because it's like we get each other. Like we're like the same energy and like we almost can talk about guys being like
scary.
Cute and shit.
Like I get scared. I'm already insecure in a relationship. I don't want to think that every single time they go outside, they're just fucking people are coming at them from both angles.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was like breaking up with a girl, we were like breaking up and fighting so much, and we were the type that would like fight with really harsh words. And she was like, "You just don't have a dick," and I was like, "Ah!"
See, that's but that's a major deficit. Like I need one.
And you feel that way. We would also just like fuck guys still, so whatever. That's also why I like dating a bi girl where you're kind of chill, and it like once in a while you guys can just fuck a guy, get out of your system, and you're super happy and you don't get jealous. And
we were talking about threesomes with the guy that I brought last night at the table, and he was like way too excited about talking about for threesomes. I'm looking at him like a little sideways. I'm like,
I've really never had a threesome. Like I just
an orgy counts, okay?
Well, yeah, I've had a million foursomes, but I just mean like. There's something about a threesome like where it's just like it's such an odd number to me, and it's like either you're like fucking
someone
two people,
has nothing to do, you know,
you're fucking two people that are fucking. And as much as I like talk about having casual sex, I love to like play house or whatever. I don't want to fuck a couple or two people that are fucking and that I'm like the weird outlier. I don't like to home wreck. It just feels like that for me. I always feel like I don't feel like I've ever dated a guy that I don't think I have the trust in me to like it's not that I'd be jealous in the moment that he's fucking her. It's that I genuinely don't think I have the trust in me to like trust him like that.
I just wouldn't. I've never been in love with somebody who I wanted to like do that for. Like I would not.
Well, I'm like bi, so I'd be into it as well. I guess I wouldn't be like fully doing it for someone, but it's like I just wouldn't trust the guy to then not cheat on me in the future, or if it's in LA, if they see the girl like it's weird, or like so on and so forth, I guess, you know, and like. Yeah. And then it could just be like three people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like me and like two people who don't like really, they don't fuck and like whatever. But I've just never had that situation happen. So that's why I think I've never had a threesome.
Okay. Well, you know, you're not missing much. I haven't really had a threesome either.
I think I want to have a threesome. I don't know what I want.
Well, apparently the man I'm seeing wants to have a threesome.
I don't want to have a threesome with you guys. Just know that.
But I wasn't going to say that.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
I was going to say, and I would never let you touch him because he's like so special to me.
I don't want to touch him. I don't need a serenade.
I've loved him since I was 13.
I'm about to go to Dancing with the Stars to see Lele
so
dance, and I didn't know
Lele was on it.
Lele is on it this season.
Lele, your bestie.
Lele, Brooke loves to, because I'm always just doing shit with Lele that it like you would do with like your best friend, like me being like at her wedding, or like me going to be her family and friends on Dancing with the Stars, but like, or me like doing shit with her in Paris Hilton. It's just funny because. You know, we don't hang out every day, but when we do something, it's such a bestie activity. But I'm excited to go support her, and I'm excited to see Harry Jowsey on Dancing with the Stars tonight as well.
Me too. Let me know how he does.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Once every like 3 years, something happens to someone that makes me feel so unsuccessful and insecure and inadequate. And
would you go on Dancing with the Stars? Like, let's be for real. No, you would not.
I think I probably would as a bit and go off the first episode, and maybe that's why it could never happen. But like, I when I had that life coach, he was always saying like, that's my goal for you to do something like that, like Dancing with the Stars or a show like that, to like really like show the way that you've like turned your shit around like in a certain way, you know? And I've always been like, that's not possible. Like I'm too not brand safe. But like Harry's fucked on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
and so now I'm
that
sitting
is
here
true,
like,
but when I think of Harry, I don't think about him as an OnlyFans person. I think about him as a very like Netflix, just like family friendly.
Maybe it is the Netflix of it all that like really does like help him in a way that
I feel like he's not like a sexualized character to me.
Yeah,
I guess he's like, I mean, he's pretty I mean, I haven't had sex with him, literally.
Well, I'm gonna go see your boo dance tonight and your neighbor. I think
good.
You guys are gonna do it
Tell
again.
him to come downstairs, seriously.
Honestly. Well.
Anyway, I miss you, Harry. Love you. I'm kidding.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Cancelled. You know, I can't speak English. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Cancelled. Nothing means more to me than being able to vent my life out on this podcast. And Brookie, I love you so much.
Love you more.
And I'm so excited for all of the tour dates that we hopefully will be announcing soon, and merch and all the fun stuff that comes along with Cancelled that we've been working on. But our favorite thing to do is just talk shit. We love ya.
See you later.